Hello and welcome to another episode of Space Engineers. And we have made some progress from the last time, as I've been working and I figured that majority of this just getting infrastructure in place is maybe not the most exciting thing. So we'll just get some of it done and then just show it off, really. So that way, hopefully it's more interesting. But we have been doing some awesome stuff. If we fly on into the asteroid here, we can see that there are some good spaces opened up. As we have this area here all ready to go, another access way into this hallway to the exterior. We'll still need to put in some airtight doors and such here to control in case there's a breach. But it's of course not done yet. We're still working on it. As we come over here, we have the battery room, which is all nice and done now. Oh my god, there's so many batteries. In total, I believe we have 130 batteries. We have something ridiculous in terms of ability to store. If we look over here at our little LCDs giving us our details, battery recharge, we're recharging an incredible 8 megawatts per second here. Well, probably not per second, but 8 megawatts coming into our batteries. And we're not using that much right now, which is good. 72 solar panels are getting 11.5, and we have a total of 1.6 gigawatts of potential storage for 131 batteries. And that is including the one battery we have here in our temporary industry. But now that I think in this episode, we can get rid of this temporary industry because we'll be done with it. And I'm super excited about that. We'll finally have all 5 hangar bays doing what they need to do, which is to be hangar bays, and we will be able to have our industry kicking ass. Because if we head on through the walls here, fly on through the base, there's my engineer, and come on down to here, we have a tunnel going this way, where there was nothing here before, and there's some stairs. But unfortunately, it's all blocked off by rock at the moment. But if we fly on through the rock, we have used build and repair with a blueprint to get all this stuff built out. If we come on down here and turn right, we can go into the assembler room, where we have this elevated control room with our windows looking out into this other room, where we are going to place a series of assemblers on advanced rotors so that they spin, and then just let them spin. And there's no other use than just so that it looks cool as they're spinning. That's it. But we're going to have a total of 7 assemblers, which should be more than enough for anything we need. And then we'll just task them all to being assemblers for the build and repair. Or alternatively, 6 assemblers, 3 on this side, and the 3 on this side will be build and repair assemblers, and then the one here in the center will be my assembler, so that I can use it as my own personal one. But, you know, got the air vent here and cargo access there, so if you're building something specific, you can access your stuff immediately. We come back through here. We have our refinery room. Nice big room here with a total of 11 refineries. We have 6 that have power modules and speed modules. These will be for your iron ore, your magnesium, your silicon, your stone, that kind of stuff. And then over here we have full yield modules on 5 refineries, and those will be for your rare materials, your silver, your platinum, your gold, your uranium, that kind of stuff. So then you want the stuff you want to get the most out of. And then, of course, we have our pathway here coming up to a dead end, just in case we want to go this direction to do some more. Say we want to expand this room this way, which we have plenty of room to do. We can add even more refineries. Same thing, we could expand the room this way to add more refineries, or alternatively, we have the ability to go from here, from this junction, and go this way, and make an entire another room, say storage, which could be down here. So, we need to get this all dug out. With the drill system, we have been doing this room, and it's basically done. Just a little bit more building. And with the drill system, we could also do this large room. That'll be fairly easy to do. Just have to slide it over and resize it so it fits this room. However, this hallway is going to be a little annoying because it's on this angle. And as far as I know, you can't really angle the drill system unless you, say, put it onto a rotor contraption. Then you could pre-angle it. That might be fun to try. I'm not sure where I'd have the room to do that besides one of the hangar bays here. But that might be interesting to try. To say, oh, but I'd have to have it somewhere where it's hooked up to the conveyor system, and I don't really have anything like that right now. They do have, like, the ability to go massively off in one direction, right? So if I go drills, and I say for this drill system, let me just remind, vertical offset is 0. You can have a vertical offset of up to, wow, 3 kilometers. That is ridiculous. So yeah, we could build that practically anywhere, and we could slide it into position into there to dig out a diagonal. I hadn't thought about that. That is something we could do. Alternatively, something I was thinking I was going to do this episode is I kind of want to make a little bit of a go-kart type rover. I'd like to make a tiny little rover that I can just drive around the base because I'd like it to be like a almost a mobility scooter for my my engineer's fat ass. I need to get these lights so that they're actually lights and not just like little pinpricks. Interior light. There we go. Give me that. Boom. There we go. And let's do 225, 225, 210. Oh yeah, nice light. Nice and soft. So, what I'd like to do right here is slap down a rotor, not in my deletion red. Oh, can't do it because the light's there. That's alright. We'll do it a couple blocks back. And then we'll take the head off of it, go over to this control panel here, find that rotor, and slap a small head on it, and temporarily we'll turn the build repairs off. The idea being, we can use this little small junction here to build up a rover of sorts that we can then use. Now, to drill out a hallway, like when I drilled this hallway here, what I did is I used, where's that ship? This ship. So I used this ship, and it worked quite perfectly. So with this distance between the drills, it made, if we look here, a nice area around these walls. So if I come in closely, you can see that just barely further than the actual armor, and majorly it's just the same width as the armor. On the top here, it was actually just inside of the armor. So it's the perfect size to do a 2 high by 3 wide hallway, which is what I'm doing over here. 3 wide by 2 high, approximately 2 high, because this is going down at the same angle as this. So what I want is to get those drills on there at that angle. And I also want to get a nice old control seat. I'm going to use the small control seat as I think it looks cool. I need interior plates. Of course I do. Grab some stuff. Excellent. So the idea being, we'll have a little rover. I think control seat in the center of it. Then at the front, we're going to need a couple drills that are elevated enough so that they are in the middle of the room. And then some wheels and call it good. And then I can just drive down the hallway and kick some butt. And why is this separated into the right and left these days? That seems weird.
Energy low.
Ah! I know there's a seat over here. Give me that power.
No station fuel.
Why is my body jiggling? I do not know. But my body is jiggling. These batteries, man. Fully recharged in days, but we are getting constant solar power, so they will eventually charge. Okay. So, that's 3 forward and 3 back. Probably enough. These are suspension on to the right side. Oh. Right. I should finish that rotor so that doesn't spin. That would be a good smart thing to do. Does it? Do I not have any motors? Production. Personal. Motors, please. Oh, I do have some motors, but they're... Some additionals ones would be useful. Sure, 10 motors. That's fine. Nudge this with my face again. There we go. Turn you back to your facing forward. Nudge, nudge. And then build it up. Ah, now it stops. And now it doesn't move. Very good. Alright, where was I? Putting on some suspension. So you want to place your suspension such that they've got the little... how can I describe it? The little wings coming out to the side. Those things are at the bottom. And that means it's the correct way. Excellent. So suspension there. And on this side as well. And then fill in the rest of the body of this. Beautiful little rover that this will be. It's gonna need a battery at some place. Eventually it'll need a way to charge, but I might just make it like a replaceable battery. Oh, hey, I can just do this. One battery in the back like this, right behind your seat. Ah, perfect. I could even change that out, and I could just put an engine on it. And I could just have it so that you only can fuel it if you have ice in it. That might be kind of silly. Ah, the battery will be fine for now. Excellent. Now I wonder, I could probably just let the build and repairs go now. Let them build this up and cut it off the standing that it has. Build and repairs all on, and they will all start welding that up really quickly. Do I still have all these things at like 10% volume? There we go. Build it, and I can take this away, and I can take this little part away, and then all we have to do. This thing is a ship. However, it is not being affected by gravity. Because blocks aren't affected by gravity. Only really the player is. So in order to make it affected by gravity, we have to add in an artificial mass to it. And what that'll do is it'll make the thing as if it was affected by gravity. So if I throw in an artificial mass, oh, say, here, and here, and those get welded up, this thing should hopefully start acting as if it was in gravity. But for some reason, you are not. Why are you still like that? Come on, little ship. Why are you still being silly? Artificial mass. Does this needs to me to like restart the game or anything? Come on. Oh, I just need to I just need to turn them on and off. No, don't you flip over on me. You stupid thing. Let's see. Now this is getting pulled down. And that's the only thing that's getting pulled down. We need some gyros on this thing in order for it to flip itself over. Okay, let's... Oh, jeez. No, don't take off my helmet. Artificial mass is off. God damn. Oh, you silly masses. We'll throw a gyro on it. And we'll be able to rotate ourselves back. And then, while we're flat, we can take our artificial masses and turn them on. Boom. Haha. And now we're a rover. And hopefully, the idea being, is that this rover should be small enough. Ah, yes, I can make these corners. Although, oh, getting past these, oh, I might have to rethink these benches here at reception. I can't drive past them. Huh. Oh, I might just not be able to drive past that portion of reception. Also, what I should do is I should take these wheels and I should take their steering angle and just push it to the limit. So I can take some nice tight corners. Maybe not that much, but you know what I mean. To the limit. 25, maybe. Oh, I can fit through here, can't I? Ah, I can drive over this shit. Yeah, that's it. Woo! It's in-base go-karting. Vroom vroom. And if we ever want to, we can always just go to our artificial masses and we'll make a little group for them. And we can just turn them off. And we start to float. Whee! And then back on. And we're back down on the ground. So yeah. Got a nice little rover here. And drive over these benches. Who cares if someone wants to sit on them? Oh god, we're stuck. Turn off that. Float up in the air. Turn it back on. And get over the bump. Excellent. Rover has been built that we can drive through our hallways with. So, now we'll position it here on the hallway, getting ready to go down. I should more than likely add a couple more masses onto this thing, just so that the where the artificial mass is evenly distributed. Right there and there. And now, the gyro I should probably move to here. And get rid of it off at the top here. Artificial mass, make sure they're all working nicely. Very good. Now, I need these drills to be positioned such that they are about halfway up the hallway and on either side of the cockpit here. So they need to be essentially right about there in space on either side of the rover here. Now, I don't need to do anything special for this. I think what I'm going to do is just have it so that they just kick out any stone they gather, or realistically, this will just be for right-clicking, so that you can just right-click your way through a tunnel just to dig it out. Because I'm going to get enough stone and such already. Park up here. Stop jiggling about, you silly rover. Theoretically, what I should do, so let's do this. Let's move these masses down. We'll remove the masses as well as remove the blocks underneath them. And we'll replace those corner blocks with actual masses. Probably what I should have done in the first place, but whatever. Like that. Perfect. Perfection. And the last one there. And that's much cleaner now. Much cleaner. Excellent. We'll just toggle those on and off to get them facing downwards. Now, for these guys, what I'll probably want to do is go for a small conveyor and just start from there. We'll just go on up with small conveyors, make a little T out of them, because this is not for looks. This is just for practicality of getting this done. And we'll put a couple drills on either side of it here, just like so. Ugly as sin, but we're just trying to dig out a hallway. That's all. Now, of course, we can't see where we're going, but that's fine. We'll put on the drill, turn it to right click, and we can start going down this hallway. Take these wheels and take their top speed, 180 kilometers an hour. Yeah, might have a strict maybe 10 or 15 kph top speed in this building. And we can start to right-click our way down. Oh, awesome. Now we are causing a little bit of damage to the hallway as we go down. As if we fly in here. Nice. I think that's digging out just the right amount. It's not too much, it's not too little. We're not popping out the walls there with our excavated rock. Just a little bit right here, but that's fine. Excellent. Now all we really need to do is drive on down. And we can use this little rover to do all this kind of stuff in the future here. Gotta wait for all that smoke to clear every time. How much damage am I actually causing to these walls? Just like a couple points as I drive past him kind of thing. This entire thing is probably a little janky. And, oh, I think we're at the bottom here. Yep, we're at the bottom. Excellent. We made it to the assembler room. Hey, assembler room. I am here. Ooh, there's no gravity over here. Where does it stop? Right here. Right there. That's where it stops. I will have to expand the gravity field if I can. Gravity. It is the largest it can be. Alternatively, I'll have to make a secondary gravity field over here. Yeah, I'll figure that out in the future. For now, we have assemblers to build, which should be fairly easy. Assembler and speed upgrade, or a speed module.
No station
Also
fuel.
want to temporarily turn off the build and repairs because I need to tunnel in there in order to access it, because I deliberately not wanting a person to access this area. It just feels like it would be a cool kind of like, you can't go in there, the assemblers are at full speed sort of thing. So we can drop an assembler down on each one. And then fill them up with speed modules. Beyond the speed modules, I'm not sure if there's anything else I would want on these assemblers here. I had the idea maybe we could cover up the top of them with something, like a rotor part, maybe? I'm not sure how I could get that on there quite nicely. Without using some, like, part replacement sort of glitch. Because the rotor part... Can I just... Yeah, it's the thing that it connects that way. I want it to be like the other end is on the inside. Or like a piston head. But I can't do that on there. Oh well. I think it'll be fine just as it is. I'll get these finished off on here. Just give me a second. Alright, with all of those placed in there, we're going to set them to start to build. And we're going to have a bunch of assemblers on those advanced rotors. Now, we'll take all those advanced rotors, advanced rotor assemblies, and we're going to set their velocity to what, like 1 RPM? No, faster than that, don't we? Alright, I have their upper and lower limits set up differently. And they're spinning. Our spinning assemblers. Yes. Oop. And of course there's still no gravity here, but... And that's the idea. We have our assemblers all spinning away, doing their thing. I think this room looks kind of cool. But that needs to get built. Next, we can drill a little bit of the ways down into the refinery room, at least to open up the hallway here. And found the refinery. Very nice. Take the turn here. And get caught up a little bit. Oh, I think we're out of gravity. We need to get one of the blocks back in gravity. Okay, good. We got it. Alright, so that's as furthest we can take the rover for now. But it did its job. It was capable of digging out these tunnels You know, it was not the prettiest thing, but it worked out. And we'll have to adjust and modify this rover in the future to make it something that is good for doing all sorts of things in the base. And I think for now, let's take off these drills, because I don't think I need them for now. And we'll just have this thing as the rover. Patrolling the hallways. Can I make this turn nicely? Oh, easy. Easy turn. Okay. So when I make the elevator, I have to make sure the elevator is big enough to take this rover. That's the #1 concern. And maybe the elevator could also act as a turntable. Oh, I could have the elevator so that it's going up and down, but that I also have it on a piston. On the piston to go up and down, and the rotor so it could turn around. So I'd have a little turntable for this thing. Nice. Alright, for now, we'll just park it right there. A couple hours of power. How do I want to charge this thing? I suppose an engine would work, and I could just throw on a little bit of ice into it, and it would slowly charge up. Alternatively, I could just park it and then power it off. And it just starts to float away when it's powered off. That's awesome. Very nice. Alright. So the only other thing I need to do in order to get the refinery area set up is... Okay, let's go just check the assemblers, see how they're spinning. Oh, wonderful. Working away. Beyond that, we just need to take this drill area and just set it to drill out this area with the refineries. And then all of our infrastructure is set up. Realistically, all that infrastructure is going to be fine now. It'll work. So we could get rid of the assembler and refinery and such in Hangar 2. So why don't we? We're finally capable of getting rid of this. This one will set to discharge. And then we'll set like a good smack of these batteries here to recharge. I wanted to kind of save this batteries. That's fine. We don't need to save this. We can just set all these batteries here to auto. We don't need specific ones on recharge. Yeah, that's fine. No more ones on. And we can just get rid of the stuff here. As we have done it, we have our infrastructure set up enough. Oh god, not that piece. Good. Bye, refinery. All this assembler, all this stuff here, that build and repair, the engine, everything here can go. This is build and repair program. Okay, I'll have to replace that somewhere else. But we finally have our hangar bays available to us, all of them. Let's just temporarily, I believe we have some room in this one. Yep. We can go and get the build and repair script and throw it in there. Excellent. And now see, we only got 130 batteries, 1.6 gigawatts. No. That temporary industry, it served me so
station
well.
fuel.
It definitely served me very well. But it has outlived its usefulness, and now we have more capabilities than you will ever give me. Oh, jeez. The build and repairs will pick it up. Go, build and repairs! Oh. That's a very jiggly piece of ice. That is actually kind of frightening. Okay, it's gone. Oh, God. That frightened me a lot, seeing that thing bounce around. I was hoping that it wouldn't just go, like, all of a sudden take off at the speed of light and put a hole through my bloody base. All that platinum, silver, and stuff. And I actually have a freaking cargo bay now. Excellent. Open up these so they can be replaced with interior blocks, which look cooler. And also, get rid of this junction here so I can get a connector. And that's it. We have a hangar bay. Yay! Now the only thing left to do...
No station fuel.
I know I have no station fuel. Be quiet. Is re-task the area here. Which way is that moving? Is this moving? Aha! There we go. That's resizing. Move it over. We're moving on down to go to the refinery room. No, 4 and 6. Keep tapping 6 until it gets here. Very good. Now, just have to line this up and then let it work. And then we're basically done our initial bit of infrastructure. The only thing is I'll more than likely just throw in some storage and call it good. And then we'll be able to do all sorts of other stuff in this world, as the main bits of annoying setup are all nicely done. Expand that out. Very good. Oh, that nicely reaches. And this way could use to just move over. Very good. And very good. And now, all I have to do is get the up and down. Which the downward side is good. We should just need to squeeze it in a little bit. Like so. And make sure that's not poking out the bottom. Squeeze it in. Like that. One more tick. That's good down here. What about up here? That's pretty good. Maybe one more tick tighter. Yeah, that works. And then I can just unleash it. And we will dig that entire area out. Very nice. Alright. So with that, we have essentially all of our infrastructure done. We can fly on down our newly dug out hallway here. we can visit our assembly room with its nice spinning assemblers doing their thing. Still needs to be built up a little bit. However, you know, it's getting around to that. It'll take its sweet time.
No
There
station fuel.
are still, yep, still assemblers on the Kopesh and such that are working away, getting her done. And they will be done eventually. As we come on down here, we've got our refineries, which should be refining away. It's not really that good that silver is getting into these ones, though. Haven't set up the sorters underneath yet. So if I come down here, like, this thing isn't set up just yet. But I will do that in between the this episode and the next. Now the real question is, now that I've got pretty much the base set up in terms of industry, what to do next? I guess just to continue to expand it out now that I can just know that, you know, my industrial area works well and it's going to be able to feed the rest of my base with any materials I need. I can just start building like crazy and say, let's start focusing on this elevator. I've never really built much of an elevator before in this game, but I think, you know, you drill out a shaft that then you can put a couple nested pistons into, make a car that would come up and align with this, and then allow it to go up. Maybe have a couple different stops, if not just one that goes all the way up to here-ish, and we can finish digging out the iron ball. So yeah, I think that'll be our next goal, is to get the refinery iron ball in, not refinery, the reactor iron ball thing going. So we'll finish mining it out, probably by taking the drill collector thing, targeting over this area and going to collect, and just collect all of the iron there. And then we will build a cargo elevator at the end here that my new rover can drive into and take a ride up. And then we'll use the rover to dig out hallways and make a control room and maybe even make a large ship dock right here at the base of this this I don't know, cave in the asteroid. Yeah, good way to put it. This divot. Yeah, I think that's the next goal. But that will be for the future. For now, we have all sorts of industry working away. But thanks for watching, and good hunting out there, fellow space engineers.